Welcome back, my fellow game developers. In this video, we are going to start managing our audio. So now, when we die, you can hear that the audio stops. And what we are going to do is we're going to create an audio manager script, and we'll learn about instances, and we'll use that in order to stop our game stop our audio, music, background whenever we die. Let's not waste any more time and let's get started. Okay, so let's start managing our audio. So what do I mean by managing our audio? Let's go into our player. Let's put it at 10. Let's keep it at 10 so we can take less hits. We hit play. Let's fire our rocket down here so we are almost dead. Hey robot, please kill me. Thank you. 1, 2. So when we die, we can still hear the music, and that's a problem. So what we want to do is we want to know that there are multiple things that we'll need to manage, but first thing we'll need to do is whenever we die, we actually want to stop the music. And for that, we need to manage our audio, and for that, we are going to have to create a script. So in here, let's create an audio manager script. So we're going to call this the audio manager. And Visual Studio, I already know what it's going to do. So now let's add the audio manager into our audio manager, and let's open up audio manager. Now, what are we going to do in here? Well, we are going to create a instance of a class. So what is an instance of a class? Let me tell you all about it. What is an instance of a class? So it's a static variable, which means it's constant across all of our project. It can be retrieved from any other class more easily, and we'll be using it to avoid finding the object every time we want to play a sound. So what we are going to do is we are going to stop the music from playing. So it's the background music that is on the audio manager. And how do we know that we died? Well, it's from the player's health system. Okay, so you might tell me, let's go ahead and find the object. Easy. Okay, you're right. But let's say we will be adding later on around 20 sound effects. What are you going to do? Are you going to go and find the audio manager every time that you want to stop a sound effect? Well, of course you can do that, but eventually it will take a toll on your program and on Unity, and your game will start crashing. And it's actually harder to every time type in find game object of type and so on. So what we're going to do is we'll create an instance that will instantly get us our audio manager. So let's go ahead and do that. So in here we are going to create a static variable, so a public, of course, because we are using it across other classes. So it's a public static. So this means that it stays the same across all of our project. It doesn't change. It's of type audio manager. So it's the same type as the class, and we'll call this the instance. You can call this anything you want, but it's usually better to call it instance. Now in here, let's remove the start. And we are going to use something called the awake. So what's the difference between awake and start? Well, they are almost exactly the same, but the only difference is that awake starts just a little bit before start. So we are going to use awake. We can use start, but using awake is usually the smoother and better method for creating instances. And the instance does not need an A in here. So what we're going to do is we'll simply call the instance, and we'll tell it that it's equal to this. So what this is the actual audio manager. So the variable instance is now this. So it's the audio manager, and you'll see how we can use it later on. For now, let's go ahead and create a public variable that's going to be of type audio source, and we're going to call it the background music, and we'll create a method in here that will stop the background music. So it's going to be a public void stop background music. And what we're doing here is we're simply going to get the background music and we're going to stop it. So I recommend that you go through the audio source documentation and you look at all the different things that we can use. And one of them is stop, which, well, it stops the audio music when we die. And now we need to call it somewhere, and it's going to be part of your challenge. So your challenge is going to be to make the music stop when player dies. So call the method from the player health when the player dies, and use the instance that we've just created. So if you want to test yourself out and see how that works, go ahead and do that, or you can wait for a small hint that I'm about to give you. So the hint is use audio manager.instance and you'll be able to access anything you want from the audio manager that is public. With that said, pause the video right now and go do the challenge. Okay, welcome back. So in here, let's add the background music. So the background music, save that. And now let's go into our player health. So where is our player health? Player health system, where is it? So in the player health system, in here, where is it? When we die, we want to respawn, but before we do that, let's go ahead and get the audio manager.instance dot stop. Where is it? Stop background music. Let's save that, and it's okay. So no worries, all of this is working. Let me just maybe go to the game manager and make the respawn just a little bit longer so we can actually hear. So until the player dies, let's make it 3. So 3 seconds, hit play, or wait for the script. Now we hit play and the audio is playing. Let me turn this up. So the audio is playing. We shoot the ground once, twice, it stops, and then we start again and the music starts again. So with that done, I hope you enjoyed. Let me just go and commit all of that. Stage all, commit. Created a audio manager that manages music. Commit all of that, and in the next video we are going to start adding sound effects. With that done, I hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in the next one.